If we can learn anything from Rocket, it's learn this. We have to own our relationships from cradle to grave. What does cradle to grave mean? Obviously, we're not going to start soliciting and building relationships with newborns, but we do want to get our name, our likeness, our subject matter expertise, our service in front of potential home buyers months, if not years, before they're actually ready to buy. Why do we have to do this? Because this is going to be the future of mortgage lending. This is what Rocket and Zillow and so many others are already doing. We then have to create this lender for life relationship where this wasn't just one transaction. This was a transaction turned into a relationship where you have set the stage and your systems, processes, and technology back you, where you are going to be this person's go-to resource from home ownership to mortgage to understanding the junk mail that recently was dropped off at their house. So here's what this looks like. Up front, as an originator, I need to be doing things like promoting and hosting home buying webinars or doing home buyer events. This allows me to start attracting people early on in the process. In a way, I'm racing to get in front of the consumer. Now, not everyone's going to be ready, and that's okay. If I can partner with a technology such as FinLocker, FinLocker gives me an opportunity to put this prospective home buyer into a digital resource that'll help incubate them. It in itself will be a source of information, and it'll help me, their realtor, and themselves craft and follow a game plan that puts them on the right path for home ownership. Now, once they've become a homeowner, what I have to do next, I have to do all the things that the Rockets can't do. That means I give them an advisory type service. I understand there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all mortgage. I show them how mortgages must be tailor-made to match their financial needs, wants, and goals. When they come to me, I'm going to give them 3 options, explain the pros and cons of all 3 options, and then let them decide. Somewhere in this process, I've already given them my lender for life pitch, which is understanding, ma'am or sir, I know we met because I'm helping you with this transaction, but please know that I'm not here for just this transaction. This is the beginning of a lifelong relationship where I'm going to make a promise to you that I will be your source of information. I am your local community expert, and whenever you have a question as it pertains to anything that is household finance related, that's mortgage, that's buying and selling real estate, it could be a recommendation to an estate attorney or a recommendation to a financial advisor. You may want to call me because you received something in the mail and it doesn't make sense, and you're hoping someone like me can help you navigate it. That's the relationship that I'm going to be having with you. So when I had that conversation, when I show them that mortgages must be tailor-made to meet their financial needs, wants, and goals, that there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all mortgage, what I also have to do is make myself crazily accessible to them, and also have to stress the fact that if they live in my community, that they're keeping the business local, and that there's something powerful to be said about keeping the business local. Now, those are all things that I can do as an originator that, well, quite honestly, that's above and beyond what a lot of companies like Rocket may be able to offer. Some of the things up front, like getting to the consumer first and utilizing FinLocker, no, that's me as an originator keeping up with the Rockets. I can win on service. I can win on accessibility. I can win on experience. I can win on being local. But there's other things I have to do just to match what they're being done. Now on the back end, what do I have to do? Well, I've laid the foundation that I'm creating this customer for life experience, right? The Rockets of the world are going to own all the technology. They're going to have the loan being serviced, and they are going to be firing out their own marketing, their own advertising to all of these homeowners and all of these mortgage borrowers so that the next time they need a home loan, they go back to Rocket. I need to be doing something very similar on my end, which is why I have to celebrate my clients' birthdays. I have to make an annual mortgage review a part of my normal everyday process. I should maybe look at subscribing to a service such as HomeBot. And I should also create my own content. Think about this. Think about creating a 4 to 5 minute video message. Maybe you utilize CoVideo or BombBomb. Your message was a market update where you talked about what has transpired in the market over the past 3 months. You prognosticate what you anticipate to happen in the upcoming 3 months. You have a slight call to action and a reminder that you're never too busy to answer their questions, and you're never too busy for you to extend that same service to their friends, family, coworkers, or neighbors. You embed it in an email and you send. If I were coaching you one-on-one, we would call this strategy your quarterly market update. So as a lender for life, what are you doing? You are matching the type of communication offered by a Rocket, but you're doing so very organic, grassroots, by celebrating birthdays, by conducting annual mortgage reviews, by enrolling them into a service such as those provided by HomeBot, and then you're actually sending them video messages about the market sent out via email on a quarterly basis. This means you're staying in front of your clients for life. This is your very own cradle to grave. We don't have to do it on a national level. We can do it on a local level. And I promise you, by doing it on a local level, you'll be able to survive and thrive into the future and create a top producer book of business that allows you to maintain a type of service that makes you one of the tops in the entire industry in income, that makes you one of the highest paid people in the entire country.